Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Jim and James. James, it is the holiday season, and I am excited. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my coffee?
Thankful.
Very thankful. Very thankful. Hold on.
Oh, I thought that was a virtual background.
Oh, no. This is real. This is real.
Love
That
it.
is that is a background of
Of champions,
a shark.
of award winners.
Hold on a second there. Let's table that for a few minutes. I want to give that a little bit of time,
Let
my
that
brother.
stew. Let that stew. How are you, Jimmy?
I'm doing wonderful, sir. Absolutely wonderful. We are beyond blessed. We have a house full. Summer came over from Austin. I have so many dogs here. I think I'm gonna get another tax credit.
Hey,
So
hey, sweet. Well, it's good to see your face. You know, the last couple of weeks we've got to actually see each other in back-to-back weeks, which happened a few times over the past, couple of months. But it's weird to be back in the little box again
yeah.
doing this. That sounds weird, but that was our life for so much. But then you get kind of used to the in person a little bit. And we got used to that, I think, here this past month or so.
Well, we did, and honestly, we're sitting about mid-November right now, mid to late
I
November.
think we're actually going to put this out this week, Jimmy. So this one's
Are we?
going to air just in real time.
Well, we have Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday. But James, really, when you think about it, the last 6 weeks have been a whirlwind. It started off with you and I, and a whole plethora of Energy World Ed folks down at AGA in Orlando, or I should say, over for me, down for you. What a great event that was! I mean, it was a little nerve wracking. I shouldn't say nerve wracking. It was a little weird at first walking in and the whole,
Even the
getting
week before, we were recording right up to it. If you remember
yeah,
our October freestyle, actually, we recorded, I mean,
right before.
almost getting on the plane like the Friday
Yeah,
before or something
yeah.
for that one. So, um, yeah, we haven't spoken, I guess, in freestyle form in a while. Lots went on. AGA was a little bit different, and just not a bad different, just
It was
out
great.
of the habit, kind
Yeah.
of different.
It was just weird. It was almost like, showing up at a high school reunion after like, oh, yeah, get it. Come on. Mic drop.
I didn't even plan that. I just
I
was lazy today. Just put on a t-shirt.
oh, wait, me too. And people always ask, does he wear the same shirt? I think I have seven of these, which I really like. And then I have the other white ones. I probably have a dozen because that's my
That's
uniform.
what he
Like,
says. I think he washes them in the sink when he travels. The same
uh,
one.
you sometimes I do. No, I'm
So AGA was a blast. I know everybody got a chance probably to listen to some of the content that came out from AGA. We were blessed. I think we ran 4 weeks of content or 4 episodes worth from just interviews from AGA. We got to really sit down for some of the first conversations with folks live. Well, it was the first ones live
yeah.
um, there at AGA, and what an experience that was.
It was breathtaking. Like I said, it was like going to a reunion because it was a little. I'm not gonna say I don't get nervous. What do I get? I was anxious. I was
Yeah,
anxious to get there. I was anxious for everything to be the same way it is. But as soon as we started seeing our friends and dozens and dozens were walking by while we were recording and people are
mm,
waving, it was just heartwarming. And then
yeah,
that led in, we had a week off, barely a week off, and then we head to Charlotte for SGA.
yeah. Just back to back jacks, which was another thing you probably haven't done in 2 years. Is went back to back. So not only did we kind of ramp in, but we went back to back there.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Again, got to see some of the same people, but also a lot that maybe didn't get to make it out to AGA, which was cool. Um, some folks from the region, but just some other people that just simply couldn't make Orlando, whether it was cost or what, didn't really matter. Um, and it was a smaller show, but it wasn't not in quality. I think it was, the best we can do in this at the end of this, at the end, wherever we're at in this pandemic. I think it was a great showing. But everybody wants more numbers, including SGA, AGA. Everybody has bigger eyes than we got. But I was really proud of everybody getting up there.
I was too. And you know, at AGA, we're like, oh, wow, there's only 1,900 people here. It should be 3,500. And I'm like, you guys kidding me?
It was the last time you, yeah, exactly.
You know, and the SGA, what did they have there? 400? 500?
No, it was a lot more than that. They said something like 800 by the time.
At SGA?
Yeah. And maybe more than that. SGA can come on and correct us. I want to say it was closer to 1,000 than anything. So
I didn't think it was that high, but that's right. They can correct.
They had more people. They had a ton of people come to Charlotte and register on the spot, which raised numbers quite a bit. That's so you know, I don't want to say what the high point was there, Jimmy, but what was the high point?
Well, I'm going to say that we were honored to win the SGA 2021 Corporate Communications Award. And that to me, James and I were saying, oh, we made it to the final 3. And we said, that's a blessing unto itself that we're in the top 3. That's great. And we were up against, was it Spire and One Gas?
Yeah.
I think so. And we're like, okay, billion-dollar companies, right? So I'm like, we're, you know, we'll support them, we'll clap. And they mentioned our name. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You know, when we walked on stage, I was enamored. And but you know what though? It shows though that what we're doing at least is positively impacting people, our industry, items like that. And for that, James, I mean, that validation, I needed it personally. I mean, you know, we've been going along and everybody keeps saying we're doing good. But we go to AGA and we got people around the booth. We go to SGA, we win a corporate communications award. I then went to LGA again, back to back, LGA in New Orleans. And they haven't had that since 2019. That's a pipeline safety conference. And I can't tell you how many people came up to me and they're like, where's the Coffee Jim and James booth? Aren't you guys here? Aren't you guys set up? You know, I'm like, gosh, people do actually like it. You know, it gives them something to do.
Yeah. And I'll go back to AGA since you said it. And, you know, we got to unveil kind of it's very specific to AGA look and booth design that we had put together. And then you saw the shirts, but it was all built around that. And it was so much fun and almost like a beacon in the middle of, you know, of the hall. And that was really cool because this is the first time we've got to kind of trot the brand out, you know, since the rebrand. And then to do it again at SGA and flip the look. And I mean, if you got to see any of the video, it turned out so cool to have half the booth be live recording and the other half being Energy World Net.
Oh, it's awesome.
And being able to draw people. I'm not trying to be the marketing guy, but you know how we've all been to these exhibit halls, and dude, I have a fly in here and I swear it's going to land on the microphone. You ready?
That's right. Take it easy. Take it easy. Breathe in through your nose, out
box breathing. Okay. But to see all that in action and really feel to I don't know, to see it live and being able to change on a dime and have a new look for the next one, and then it translate to video and draw people in like nothing I've ever seen. I was very proud of that from a brand perspective, you know, to see it come to life like we had in our head and execute it, you know, across the board.
Well, kudos to you and the entire brand team, everyone, first and foremost. Second of all, I do remember being on the phone with you 3 or 4 weeks before AGA, and you're like, hey, I got this idea. It's kind of out there. And all of a sudden I looked up, I'm like, it's Miami Vice. He's like, yeah. He goes, I might get fired over this. And I said, no, you got my support. We have 2 ELT members that will go for it.
We went on that, but it turned out awesome. And
it was fantastic.
Nothing but positive from that. Yeah.
Hey, people saw our shirts that we gave away at AGA. I got so many people texting me, hey, I'm at the Orlando airport and there's somebody walking around with your shirt. Somebody over there was selling the shirts.
I saw somebody wearing it when we went to SGA to Charlotte. So it was good. It was awesome, and see it like come to life like you envisioned it or put it on paper. Kudos to that team for sure. And then, so Jimmy left there. We had a little bit of break. You mentioned LGA, but in between LGA, I actually went back to back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. You were in Memphis.
Yeah, I ran to Memphis for the APGA. Oh man, it's so hard to keep up with which one was what. Is this the fall board? Yeah, whatever just happened for APGA in Memphis. They invited us out to speak on our culture. So Stuart, actually, Erin Carrillo reached out before, friend of the show. She's been on before. She reached out and was like, hey, what do you think about this idea? I'd love for you to just come and talk about how y'all's culture has really, changed who you are as a company. And everybody I know there's fantastic. People need to hear the story. And I was like, wow, let's do that. So I kind of championed it and was like, I'll do it. And I said, if we can have Stuart moderate it. And another friend of Stuart Salters, friend of the show also.
I should have went.
And so myself and Chris Isaacson, who is also pretty big deal at Energy World Net. We teamed up and kind of did. It was an awesome theater. I forget the place, the guest house at Graceland, I think, is where it was.
Okay, makes sense.
So
you're in Memphis.
Yeah. So there's an awesome theater there. I mean, it looked like you were at the Grand Ole Opry looking out when you were standing on stage. But Chris and I delivered Kickstarting Our Culture there, and it was very well received. And I've had more engagement after that session than I've ever had with a session.
I love it.
More people reached out to me, emailed me. I got 3 different people came up to me at the airport and was like, hey, weren't you the guy talking on culture? And, so that was cool to see. And I love that membership. We've been involved with APGA for a long time. Steve Allen is on the board there. This past year got on board. So it's neat to get more involved with them, and we look forward to doing more with them over the coming years.
And all your words, you took them right out of my mouth. But I do want to say something about culture. That making a declaration that you and I are going to go into the topics of culture. You are a champion for culture. You have done so much at Energy World Net in regards to your passion and purpose for culture. And I think going through this pandemic, we've seen a lot of outcomes of good cultures becoming great and coming together and doing this. And other folks have struggled with that because of, everybody's not going to the office. But I'm going to say, James, kudos to you, the entire leadership team, the entire team at Energy World, that every single person has made a difference in that. And I couldn't be more proud to be part of that team. And again, declaration, we're going to go into culture probably in first quarter 2022. How does that sound?
We'll see where we fit it in our award-winning schedule.
I'm sorry, what did you say? What type of schedule?
We should only bring this up 3 or 4 times an episode from here on out. But our award-winning, Jimmy.
That's what I thought you said, brother. That's what I thought you said.
Stupid. But all right, so APGA, straight into LGA.
Straight into LGA, back in the Big Easy, New Orleans. I haven't been there in 2 years. We were down at the River Place Hilton, so we're a little bit off the Bourbon Street, which was good because it kept people a little bit focused. I think when we were up on Bourbon Street, we had a lot of people that would migrate out, so we were down there a little bit. We did good to go up to Bourbon Street. Curo Test and EGW, our friends over there, did a wonderful.
So out of practice. Hold on, let Jimmy check his email real quick since he You can tell we don't have any guests on. We normally remind our guests, but we don't remind each other.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was
It's his
my
first
fault.
time.
It is my first time, but
Still award winning.
we still are award winning, but it was really good. It was good to be back there. Saw a lot of our friends from the Gulf Coast. That LGA Pipeline Safety Conference draws people from typically 12, 13, 14, 15 different states. You know, we get PHMSA people there, we get regulators there. It's a great event. So
well, I missed that one. I think next year we're going to try to bring Coffee with Jim and James to it. I know I've heard some great feedback, and like you said, even a couple of shows I've been to that since that we didn't bring Coffee with Jim and James to, people ask, is Jimmy here, or where are y'all going to record live? So
the coffee guy.
I'll be honest, it's going to be hard to hit every association this year, but Jim and I already have made a list, and we hope that we can bring it to as many folks as possible, coming to a region near you.
Absolutely. No, we're this week of Thanksgiving, we have a lot to give thanks for, James. I give thanks for you each and every day. You're one of my best friends, and I just love our time together. What
an awesome byproduct of this show is that we get to be best friends. Jimmy, you were here the last couple of weeks. We just got back last week. We came together as Energy WorldNet's executive leadership team and went on a retreat. And Jimmy and I found ourselves about, 40 foot up in the trees.
Wait a minute.
Oh, we still have, I got one too.
We have wounds.
Oh, mine's,
it was serious.
I'm younger.
Yeah, you are a lot younger. Don't rub it in.
I look the same age though.
It was great, dude. I was doing a little recapping of that. We spent a few days away, and just the bonding that we could do face to face as a executive leadership team, the planning that we could do, the thought leadership about where we want to take Energy WorldNet in 2022, all the positive things. It was a very
wrapping up our book study.
Yeah.
In person. So many highlights. There's something to say just breaking bread with people and how important it is these days.
One of the funnest dinners I've had in a long time was at that event, and truly it was just a fun event. It was very productive, it was very good, but we actually had a lot of fun. And as I say all the time, we have to have fun every day, no matter what we do. Doesn't mean we take it any less serious, but by having fun, we love what we do. And so when you get that mesh, what more could you ask for?
Man.
I do have a little teaser. I want to say that the shower name, I'll say more about this later. We have another shower entering the energy industry with a world-class organization. I'll give a little shout out down the road, but Summer has accepted a marketing role with a great company. Is it too early to tell, do you think? Should I wait?
I think so. I think we wait. We may have to have her on.
Let's do that. But we'll definitely give her a shout out more. So she is so excited. And as her dad, having her graduate from UT Austin and enter into the marketplace and working and now wanting to pursue a marketing career in the energy industry warms my heart. So she's actually here. She's around the corner.
Don't tell her. She's been backseat driving this episode all week.
And then she also said, I can't wait to start doing some of my marketing brand excellence. I'm going to go head to head against my mentor, James. I'm like, whoa, that sounds like a throwdown right there. You know what I'm saying? So
there's plenty of room at the table.
I'll
leave it at that.
That's fun. It's absolutely fun. I had to do that.
Well, Jim, I don't even know if we told people, but this was a November freestyle episode. If that wasn't clear, I think we did.
Well, let's put it in the thing, the whatchamacallit thing that we put up there on the graphic.
There you go.
It'll be on there. James, my brother, and all of our audience members, James, to you, happy Thanksgiving. And I'm
You
very
too,
thankful
brother.
for you and everybody at Energy World Net, everybody in our industry. I mean, it means so much to me. And I would say, on behalf of James and myself, we want to wish you all, hopefully this drops maybe on Thanksgiving or
I think
right around
so.
there.
Yeah, if we can get somebody to work.
We'll get
I'm
them.
just kidding.
No, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We hope everybody is enjoying it. As I always really say, we want everybody to stay safe in everything that we do, personal and business, professional, the whole bit. So until next time, James, anything else before I wrap us up?
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
All right.
God bless.
God bless is right. From James and I to you all, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time on Coffee with Jim and James. We'll see y'all. And
I can hear the music coming in.
oh, I look at that.
Oh, yeah. In your virtual background.
Oh, it's real. It's real. See y'all.